Good morning. I'm sorry, I was gone yesterday. I was just too tired. But look what I'm drinking out of today. This mug will give me energy, fix all of my problems. Thank you to this lady, Loving Stitch. I believe Louise. I so apologise if I've got that wrong, but I think your name is Louise. Thank you, because I could not find this anywhere, and now I can drink out of my Halloween mug. It was a week. I am so tired this week. We had a late night on Saturday because we had date night. We went out for dinner and we stayed out too late because we ended up going out. Like, our reservation was quite late on. So the whole thing was like, and I told you, then you need to come home and we have to do Manny's routine. So I fell asleep sitting up in the living room. Like, Sunday we were out all day. We had to get up relatively early to go to this food festival with my brother and his girlfriend and my parents. And so I just feel like I haven't caught up, because then I had a few nights of interrupted sleep with Milo, fully sleepless night with Milo. Now he's gone back to school. Fingers crossed he stays there. Everything's good. He seems perfectly well now. He wasn't sick or anything. He was just, I had a high temperature for like 3 or 4 days, maybe longer than that actually. I called the doctors and they said, if it goes to like 7 and things don't get better, blah, blah, blah. It was all very blasé, which I don't call the doctors very often. And this year, I've had to call them more than ever before. And it's just kind of reaffirmed why I don't call them. And I totally get it, resources and all of that. But I never really feel like anyone's really listening when I call the doctor. There's a line in, I think it's 30 Rock. I looked it up because I wanted to get it right. And it's actually Moira from Schitt's Creek. So Catherine O'Hara, here she is. She said, let me die in an emergency room with a treatable disease like an American. No, obviously the same thing. But it's always what I think of when I decide finally I'm going to go to the doctor and they're like, oh no, you're fine. I'm like, much as you want to be fine, sometimes you just want someone to say, oh, I know what it is. I remember the last time I actually went somewhere and they said, or one of the times I went somewhere and they said, yes, you actually are ill. I had tonsillitis for probably like the 8th time. I know tonsillitis. I am familiar with tonsillitis. And I will wait and wait and wait. And then I go, okay, yeah, okay. It is definitely tonsillitis. It's just like raw, really, really run down, awful. So I finally went because it wasn't getting any better on its own. And I was talking to her. And as I've talked about before, you can kind of pull it together and you can seem fine if you want to. And my automatic way of being is just like, make everybody else feel comfortable. Don't tell anyone else. Don't like clear. Even if I was telling you something terrible had happened, I could probably do it with a smile on my face. I don't know why. I don't know what that is. I'd love to pick that like apart and find out why I am that way. But I think probably lots of women are that way too. Anyway, so I'm talking to this woman and I'm like joking and stuff and saying about having tonsillitis lots of times. And she said, well, 9 times out of 10, you won't get antibiotics because it's just viral and there are 2 different kinds and you probably won't need them. But I will take a look, like really kind of taking my expectations for the fact that I'm not going home with any medication. You're probably just going to have to kind of weigh it out. And I opened my mouth and she was like, maybe 2 seconds. She looked and was like, whoa. She said, I don't know how you've been walking around like this. You're one of those cases that's going to get antibiotics. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't even know how we got onto this tangent. I honestly don't. We've been around the world in 3.5 minutes. Also, I've got a mask on my face that I'm not 100% sure is a mask. It might just be something that you leave on your face. It does feel sticky and it's been on there for a while. It's a new one from Pixi. Pixi send me a lot of makeup. When they send me skincare, then I'm excited. So 3 different masks. That was an exciting package. So I put on today like a soothing one just because my skin feels ugh at the moment. And I'm not sure whether or not I'm supposed to wash it off. But I'll probably leave it on. And now I've got to log in for work. It's the lesser spotted, made up Michaela. I truly feel like a different woman. It's partly the makeup. But I will say, I think it's more the hair. I think the hair makes a bigger difference. I think I've made friends with my face at this point, and makeup is nice, don't get me wrong, but I think it's the hair that really changes my mood. So at the weekend I was planning on going to Meadowhall and doing some like shop with me stuff for October, because I want to bring that stuff back for the next month. It's just fun in the lead up to Christmas. I like to see what's in the shops, and also like autumn clothing stuff is so much more fun. I've just realised that the light's gone really weird. Ooh, a little bit kind of boho 70s, this pattern on my face, but we're just gonna roll with it. Yeah, I love to see like the autumn winter stuff in the shops, and then obviously Christmas. So we're gonna do some more shopping content for kind of October, November. And I wanted some for the next few weeks, and I was planning on going early on Saturday morning, but honestly, I've been so tired. I think this weekend's gonna be a just stay at home weekend. So I thought I might try and squeeze it in this evening. So Ella and I are gonna go to the shops, probably get a Starbucks, make it a girls' night out to Meadowhall. I will see you tomorrow when I won't look like this. I will look like I did earlier again, because that's my day-to-day MO. But I will let you know if I found anything particularly fantastic at the shops.